hang on to your seat, baby, because this one's a screamer.
What is going on, entertainment? So time coming out with another Hollywood Hot Topics, aka a stop in the neighborhood. Make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, let me know what y'all think about this video. Yesterday, y'all, tell me how y'all know that Love and Hip Hop recap I recorded. Y'all know it didn't even drop. Like, it didn't even pick up the sound the first time. So I had to do that again. This is the stuff that I'll be talking about that happens that y'all don't know about unless we tell you guys. So just support, okay? Just please. That's all we ask. That's all we ask. Okay. So, anyways, first thing I wanted to get into, guys, is Diddy. So they are working on some documentaries, like a surviving R. Kelly type of thing. I just feel like this is too soon. And the reason why I say this is because he hasn't been convicted of anything. We haven't seen him even in the courthouse for any of this stuff. So it's like, except for the Cassie situation, which he just paid her to sort of go away. We know he did everything dealing with that, but I just don't think legally it's fair for documentaries to be done about him if there has been no solid legal convictions with all of the stuff that's looming around now. Now it's just going to be a documentary based off of conspiracy theories. They're all over YouTube. You could see all of them on YouTube. Why bring it to television? That's just my whole thing. I'm not surprised that they're doing it because right now it's a huge cash grab and it's probably going to be a lot of people from making the band. The thing is though, with this documentary, like you can tell it's going to probably be a little bit like Quiet on Set because they're planning on including producers from making the band and also past cast members from making the band. Y'all know he make them, hop on one leg to go and get that cheesecake. There's probably going to be a lot of them that went and did that outside in the cold, but they're gonna probably do it from that aspect. I just don't see anybody coming out and being like, hey, he did this to me, he did that to me, before going the legal route. Because what would be the point in you telling us but not getting anything from it? And I'm not talking about the stories where he tried and they said no. That's different because nothing happened. He attempted to try to fool around, but nothing came about from that. But I'm talking about the people that were actually harmed or assaulted. I just don't see any of them coming on there and talking without going the legal route first, because that would be the dumbest thing you can do. That affects it. It's not smart. And any lawyer would tell you not to do it until that's done. So I just feel like it's going to be a whole lot of producers talking about how he wasn't that nice filming, how cast members, bandmates that he put together. We're probably going to see Dawn. First of all, people, I also want to mention, I know this is off topic, a lot of people underestimated and underrated Diddy Dirty Money. Screw Diddy. Let's talk about the dirty money. Dawn and Kalina were those girls. And it's sad because it's like when they were out, they didn't get the recognition that they deserved. They really didn't, because I listened to their album to this day. I'm talking about Diddy Dirty Money's album. I still listen to the album Last Train to Paris. Like, that's on my rotation on Spotify on a daily. Not to support Diddy, but just because of Dawn and Kalina. All right, they said, neighbors, it looks like there have been several P. Diddy documentaries in the works. According to TMZ, producers at various production companies in Hollywood and in the UK have been scrambling to put together long-form documentary films covering Diddy drama, everything from the civil lawsuits to the federal raids. It's unclear these documentaries will include testimony from alleged witnesses and victims. I doubt it. If you can recall, Lifetime produced the Surviving R. Kelly docuseries featuring several of his victims and their families. The docuseries was very instrumental with getting the singer locked up for good. Sources say several people have been contacted about participating in the Diddy docs, including former Diddy dancers to the execs at Bad Boy Records, as well as producers who worked on MTV's Making the Band. Are you guys going to be watching? Of course I'm going to be watching. And of course I'm going to be covering it, just so I can cover it Quiet on the Set. Also, I want to mention, I've talked about it in another video, Quiet on Set is having another episode, so I will be recapping that as well. They're having like a I don't know if it's the last installment, and I hope it's not, because with Quiet on Set, y'all can make it a series, season 1, season 2, season 3, because more and more people are coming out every day about Nickelodeon. So I will be doing that episode recap. I don't know if y'all want an after show for that one, but we're gonna do a recap and after show on this one 100%. Okay, now let's talk about the scraps. This is so bad because I see Mama D going to the mumbo jumbo lady. The mumbo. Okay, if y'all don't know, Pierre, what's the mumbo? Watch Love and Hip Hop Miami, and you'll see them visiting the mumbo a lot. The mumbo is another word for a voodoo priestess, the voodoo lady. Okay, Mama D is going to visit the mumbo on you, Bambi, because you are really asking for it. So apparently, Scrappy did get to put the pause on his divorce settlement. He had read it. Had he known his significant other, it's to not post photos of the children he shares with his ex-wife Bambi on social media. According to Radar Online, Bambi has now filed paperwork to change their custody deal for multiple reasons. In June of 2023, they agreed that they would share joint legal custody, with Bambi having primary custody and Scrap having visitation. Bambi also says since that Scrap has failed to bring the children on school on time, she wants to schedule modify so she could be the one to bring them to school. Bambi says Scrap is currently paying $4,800 a month in child support. However, due to the kids started private school, she wants that amount increased. This is what I mean with the mumbo lady. As for Scrappy's little girlfriend posting the kids, she asked that Scrappy be found in contempt for alleged violations of their divorce agreement. She said the deal stated intimate partners are restricted from posting any content, including the minor, on any social media platforms. Scrappy has rekindled his relationship with other baby mama Erica Dixon. It's unclear who Bambi is referring to in these documents. I agree with what she's doing in regards to the kids being posted on social media. I don't know anything about the child support increase. It's schooling. It is what it is. But the posting, I agree 100%. I don't get when couples get with another, when like the guy gets with the girl that's not their baby mom, and the girl posts that baby mom's kids all over social media. Why? Why do we have to know that you're with their kids? I'll never get that. I don't care what the excuse is. I don't get the posting of it, because it's like you're poking. It's like you're asking. Those are not your kids. They're not trophies. They're not toys. Why are you posting them? I will never get that. So I do agree with Bambi doing that, because why are you posting them for anything? It's kind of like the show of, hey, I'm with your kids, either in a nasty way, like ha ha ha, or like, oh, I'm with your kids. Like you need a reward for that, which is like, okay, you did get with the man. The man comes with the kids. Now, when it comes to the child support increase, the mumbo lady gonna handle that. Okay, like, okay, but can you really be mad at Bambi for doing that? They share the children. If they want to go to private school costs. Private school in this economy is crazy. They should, like, that is insanity. I'm not even gonna lie to you. But with their status, they're very well known, especially in the ATL. So if their kids were to attend public school, a lot of bullying would probably happen. That's probably why they're even in private school to begin with, and also for better education as well. So you really can't be pissed at her about that too, especially if they both agree to the private schooling. We'll all see this probably unravel on the next season of Love and Hip Hop, which is very disappointing. I'm so sick of their storyline. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm sick of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta just in general. It's been the same storylines on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, I think, for the last 3-4 years. We haven't seen any big changes. They introduced a couple new people, but they brought nothing. Jessica, what the fuck is she doing there? Like, really? Like, seriously? There was like no progress on that show. It's like, oh my God. It is real though, I will say that. Love Hip Hop Atlanta is the only franchise that's actually real. Miami's not real. So you got to give them to that. Okay? Now I see with that child support why Mr. Scraps is over there and now that's TV. you better ask Mr. Tilo for some more shows, okay? You could host the next rap show over there. Now, he has a show with Chaotic, if you guys don't know, that's going to be on Now That's TV called Pick a Side, where he's looking for the next girl. So they didn't say who in the filing that who the girl was that was posting the kids. I really don't think it was Erica, because I don't think Erica would be ignorant to do something like that, to be honest. Because as much as people have stuff to say about Erica Dixon, she's a lot more mature than some of the other girls that Scrappy has dealt with. So I don't think she would go as far as to doing something like that, to be honest. But Pick a Side, him and Chaotic are picking a girl to go and, be in a relationship with, sort of like a real chance of love. Okay? So who knows? It might have been one of the Pick a Side girls, which I really doubt, because they don't even film for that long, to be honest. Okay? Now, next I wanted to get into is yesterday. What the hell was going on yesterday? Everybody was tweeting a whole lot of subliminals. JT tweeted that she sounded the most supportive B ever with receipts, but somewhere a B air in their head, I'm competition. Out of all these B's who deride you, you want to pick me as your enemy. Loser. B's be sneak this and let they flunky be me. A friends hype they head up. When I come, just know I'm not going to play with either one of y'all B's. Y'all long overdue. Hating A-B. Celebrities and influencers are the same thing in this generation. And I realized that yesterday. For Cardi B to tweet somebody who, if you ask a mainstream platform, like maybe a Radar Online or like a TMZ about them, they wouldn't know, is crazy. Remember the days when celebrities, they wouldn't even interact with like an influencer. An influencer was like it was a negative type of thing back then. Now it's like positive. But celebrities would never mingle with influencers because they felt like it was a downgrade. Now it's not the same anymore. Celebrities tweet crazy stuff that an influencer would do, and celebrities interact heavily with influencers and get into it, influencers, and really care about what influencers think a lot more than their actual fans. Now, some people are saying this is about Young Miami. Young Miami will be a fool to shade JT. JT right now is at a skyrocket peak. She, to me, is bringing back the growth naturally of an artist that used to happen years ago, where we see them perform at smaller venues, where we see them do a lot of promo. The girl even worked with Norris TV. Like, no shade at that is TV, but it's like a regular artist wouldn't do that because they would be like, y'all gonna be thumping. So it's like she's doing stuff to really get her name out there as like a solo artist that Young Miami's not doing, and we're not seeing a whole lot of artists doing that now because they're always what we call industry planted, where they just boom out of nowhere. So a lot of people are appreciating that with JT. So I just don't think it's the smartest move for her to shade her on anything. I don't think she was talking about her, but a lot of people in the comments were saying that she was talking about Young Miami. Now, that would be one of the saddest fallouts online that we would see if Young Miami and JT were to fall out publicly. And I think that JT would win in the battle of words because I think that JT knows a lot that we don't know about Miami publicly that could be revealed. So hopefully she not talk about her because it's not going to be a good day for Miami if it is. Now, let's talk about this lottery winning. Can you quit your job with $64,000? Would you quit your job for $64,000? You know, it's the people in the comments that killed me that they just get $64,000 every day. That's what blew me when I kept reading. They're like, $64,000 to quit your job? Wow. Some of y'all don't even make $64,000 a year. So shut up. I was like, y'all really kill me. People act richer than we actually are. For me, it would be enough to quit a 9-to-5. It would be. Because people do not know how to manage their money correctly. If you manage your money correctly, you really could set yourself up to make a lot more than what you have already gotten if you invest in the right stuff. So I do feel like it's enough because this lady here, she's from Kentucky. So it said Kentucky woman quit her job after winning a $90K lottery. Telford says she immediately called her son and boyfriend to the room after scratching the winning ticket. I screamed. I never heard that loud before. 1 minute it's like breathe, the next minute it's like stop laughing. I can hear the scream over and over in my head. After taxes, she received $64,800. I was unhappy with my job and got made away. I felt bad leaving. I wouldn't, but I'm relieved I was able to quit my job. Now we don't know what Ms. Tolliver's financial circumstances are. Perhaps the winnings will allow her a little breathing room before she finds another job or starts a business of her own. She made 2 mistakes telling people, her son and the boyfriend. I would have told none of them. If I ever win a large sum of money, lottery-wise, I'm not telling a soul. I'm going to be the one that comes up there with a mask talking about this. My family will find because they don't watch the news like that anyway. So but I would not be selfish with the money. I would make sure that I preserve it correctly because people need to understand when you start making a certain amount of money, people around you start acting different. Friends, family, etc. It does not matter. People think that they're going to be the exception. They're never. So this lady right here, people are going to be family, friends going to come out the wazoo, try to get at her, be friendly with her. She's going to be stressed out. Next thing you know, $64K gone. No, I don't think she should have told a soul. I would have collected the money and then worked around it. I wouldn't have stayed at the job though, for sure. Now that I agree with her doing, and I hate how people are coming down on her, talking about, she shouldn't have quit her job. That money's gonna go away quickly, etc., etc. Y'all don't know this lady plans. Y'all don't know what she planned on doing with the money. And she probably was working a low-income job to even begin with. So that $64K is probably going to be more than what she's going to make if she would have stayed at the job. So I don't disagree with her leaving. I just disagree with her telling like people so quickly. And it's not like she told her husband. She told her boyfriend. So it's like, ugh. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. The son... No, I still would have. I'm telling you, I would have did it so smart. Like if I ever win the lottery, a large sum of money, I'm playing it so smart. It's like I'm gonna play it like I won, like I'm in a game of chess. Like I'm gonna make sure my family good, friends good, etc. But they're not gonna know I have it. They just gonna be like, "Wow, you have all this money." I'll be like, "Yeah, I've been investing so much. You know, Bitcoin. I've been doing Bitcoin. Yeah. What else? I've been investing in stocks." A whole lot of stocks. I would have did them one of those. You would have never knew. But I'm gonna take care of you though. You just not gonna know that I have enough to continuously beg me, but I'll make sure you good. You see what I'm saying? I want to play this funny video really quick because it's the comfortability for me. So Jill Zara, you guys, she's a housewife, a very rich housewife, and she has a home in Boca Raton, Florida. And she left her car, windows open, her keys still in the car, but she lived in a gated community. So you got to give her that.
Guys, listen, I've been reluctant because I didn't want to affect the investigation, but both of our cars were stolen on my driveway in a private, gated, secure community in Boca Raton, Florida. There is a rash of robberies by very bold people. I saw a camera, they were men in this case, come at 2:00 in the morning. My house, number one, was dark, and I am now lighting the outside of my house, the landscape lighting now until 5 a.m. I suggest you do the same if you are locked. And the reason why I say that is because the thieves know just by driving by. So I learned that the windows, or the side windows, go in when you lock the car. So thieves go around parking lots and everywhere looking for cars that have the windows open. They know the car's unlocked, and it's likely that the keys are in the car, or they have a better shot at it. In my case, they did. They were right. I will never do that again. I will also have cameras around my house. I'm going today to either, Lowe's.
I'm sorry, but like, why would you do that?
Now, I know you ain't doing that. I can't believe you did this.
That's why I don't tell you nothing. Because
why you do that?
Why I do what?
Why you do that? Because my whole thing is, it's one thing to leave your car locked, but leaving the keys in there, not on accident, is crazy to me. I'm sorry. I don't care if you live in a gated community or not. Why would you leave your keys in your car on purpose? That's crazy to me. You might as well leave your house door open just to let them in. Give them cookies like Santa Claus. Put some baked warm cookies with some milk so they could take your car comfortably and be full. Because that's a whole nother level of comfort It is so stupid to me. Now, I will say Boca is a very nice neighborhood. A whole bunch of white people live there. Okay, so I am surprised that this happened to her where that is at. Now, if it was in the MIA, I wouldn't be surprised. But Boca is kind of a little bit shocking. Thieves do not go to poor places, they go to rich places. So I'm not too surprised either. I was just more surprised she left the keys in her car.
Best Buy, Home Depot, wherever I can get the best. Hey guys, system I can get. If anyone has any advice for me, please let me know.
Please.
Anyway, I just want you guys to be aware of what's going on, even in the most safest, what I thought was the safest gated community in and anywhere, living like, okay, so thieves did get into our community in spite of all the security that we have. They did steal my cars at 2:00 in the morning. Both of them. Boy, is that bold. System I can get. If anyone has any advice for me, please let me know.
Sorry. I'm not laughing at her losing the car. I'm laughing at her ignorance, because that's very ignorant for you to think that people don't steal. Come on. Now I wonder what type of car she done had, because now they riding dirty. You know they already took it to the junkyard down in Miami somewhere. They took it down to the junkyard. I will say though, that whatever gated community she lives in, I would leave, because the fact that somebody was able to do that and get out quickly like that without somebody being notified or alerted and me not finding out until a little bit later on, I'd be pissed. So it's really the community in general for even allowing that to be done, because like, damn, that's what you pay the gated community rent for, is to be a gated community. People can hop over gates, but y'all don't got cameras that could kind of like alert if something like that were to happen. I don't know. Did you guys buy tickets to the Xscape tour? Well, guess what? It might not be happening. Okay, so Latocha, you guys have served some papers to Monami Entertainment and others due to the fact of the trademark of the name Xscape and her not being involved with the tour that is going to currently be going on. Latocha is a piece of work. Not only you took the money, you're stopping your sister from making more money. That's another level of evil, okay? Of course, they didn't include Latocha because they didn't want to deal with the husband of hers. I don't think it has anything to do directly with Latocha. Though she may have a little bit of a tude and her and the sister may not be seen like eye to eye completely, the fact that they were able to even do the tour with the remaining members in collaboration with SWV shows me the fact that the show had a lot to do with a lot of the issues that were going on, because they were probably being asked to talk about certain things they didn't want to talk about. Meanwhile, this is just a tour. From what I know, it's not being filmed. It's not a reality show. It's just a tour. They're performing and going about their business. So Latocha is really nasty for stopping this, to be honest, because I guarantee you they probably extended the invitation to her, excluding the husband. But because of that, she probably denied it. So this is the paper. Shout out to straightfromthe.com that she is going to be serving Live Nation Entertainment, Inc., who is sponsoring, of course, and doing the tour. And the paper reads, the firm represents Latocha Scott, the owner of the Xscape trademark and a member of the professional music group Xscape. As you may be aware, Latocha has continually performed with the group under the trademark Xscape since 1991. Latocha was surprised to learn that Live Nation, who Xscape has contracted to perform on numerous occasions, contracted with the individuals, is publicly advertising the Xscape mark to promote a live musical performance for a series of concerts during the Queens of R&B tour without Latocha's consent. In addition to failing to obtain consent, you have also failed to reach out to Latocha to agree on financial terms for the use of the mark, as well as to discuss her performance. So apparently they didn't reach out, according to Latocha. Monami Entertainment, aka Mona Scott, who appears to be a co-promoter of the Queens of R&B tour, has specific knowledge of Latocha's ownership and rights to the mark, because Monami Entertainment specifically obtained Latocha's consent to use the mark for a television series produced by Monami Entertainment. In addition, Mona Scott Young, the principal of Monami Entertainment, previously managed the group Xscape. We can come to no other conclusion than to believe Ms. Young and Monami's conduct to be intentional and with the specific intent to interfere with the rights of Latocha. Legally, she has a complete point. Morally, she's corrupt. That's just that on that. Legally, she has all rights. Morally, it's fucked up. That's just that on that. Like, I feel like this will make her sister's relationship even worse because there's probably a lot of money backing up this tour. So if this is possibly shut down, you're going to the point with your sister where it's just it's unforgivable because you have yet to give her the money, allegedly. And now you're stopping her from making more money. A lot of people are saying that they could go by another name. I see what they're saying, but I don't know if there's a loophole around that. Scaping instead of escape. Scaping. What else? What other name they could go by for the tour? The Deep Escape. The Deep Escape. Three Scape. The three-way. Three Scape. They could work around the name, but legally, I don't know if that's gonna fly. Even that, especially with them already promoting it already. So I don't know about that. I just know, and I have seen Tiny on some of the blogs that have posted this comment saying that they're still going to go ahead with the tour. So I don't know how this is all going to work out, but thank God I didn't purchase a ticket though. Morally, I don't think she should have done it, to be honest, especially if they reached out to her. She's saying that they didn't reach out to her, but I feel like they did, especially with it just being a tour. It's not a show, so they're just performing and going. So all would have to be worked out is the legal stuff behind the scenes when it comes to paperwork. It's not like they have to talk about their issues and that person's issues. It's a tour. You perform and go home. Drama still happens on a tour, but it's not going to be televised. Anyways, so it looks like Flavor Flav is going to be dealing with some sort of Unimori Productions when in regards to the Love Show, and they're doing like a Flavor of Love reboot, but they won't have Flavor Flav as the star. I feel like the person that they're going to go for is Boosie, Kevin Gates. I know he has a girl, whatever. AB, Antonio Brown. Somebody who's like a dick, but they're kind of funny a little bit. Y'all see what I'm saying? I do feel like this is the wrong show to sort of reboot. It's never going to be the same. But now you may have a gig. Hi, Boots. I know you're watching. You may have a gig, Boots, that you may be able to get instead of doing interviews, Boots. Okay? And also, Buna Murray, y'all need to reboot Bad Girls Club in Real World. Why did Real World get canceled? I would like, okay, here's the thing. Y'all not always say, oh, I would only do competition reality shows. I would only do competition reality shows. The only show I would do that is not competition reality shows is Real World. That's the only one, but it's not even on. But besides that, no other ones. Why don't y'all bring that back? They brought it. They did it virtually on like Facebook or something for a little bit, but I don't think it did too well. They just need to bring that back because I feel like they have now the viewerships, and especially Bad Girls Club. And I'm not talking about Zeus and not STV when I'm talking about Bad Girls Club right now, because these networks, I ain't talking about Zeus, I ain't talking about not STV. These networks have tried to recreate it and have ruined the legacy of it. It just looks so bad now. So, like, think about how great it would be to really bring that show back and to stamp the fact that y'all started it and y'all the creators of the shit. These other next networks will dwindle because they have just ruined the legacy of it. Let me know what y'all think about some of these topics down below, and we're out, babies.
No personal thing.